really have that option. Oh, this, no, it looks like the Dark Templar will not get anywhere. Actually, he'll be able to get into the back here, but unfortunately for him, that Overlord's in a great position there, and I think it's going to be able to kill maybe 1 or 2 drones at most, and it's not going to get any further. Arnc, though, has... Oh, actually, it's in range here, and... oh, wow! So it's going to get a number of drones here. Arnc really needs to get that early speed upgrade for his Overlords. And another annoying DT coming towards the main base here. I do believe that should be Overlords in the main somewhere, but that DT is preventing mining from the main base. Meanwhile, this DT is going to be just bothering Arnc inside of his main base also. So nice work there by Jangbi, and Arnc might be picking off this High Templar there, though. That would be bad for him, but it looks like he's forced to retreat. I think that's only about 6 Mutalisks there, so it's just going to do some light harassment. Really, I'm surprised Arnc doesn't have any Hydralisks out right now. They would take care of pretty much this entire threat of both the DTs and the Corsairs. But maybe he's just getting those upgrades right now. Interesting, though. That one DT has been quite annoying, and Jangbi, smartly enough, pulls it back just in time. I wonder what happens to the DT in the main base if it's still causing damage. Arnc has forced Jangbi to build Archons, though, which are going to make Jangbi weaker against the Hydralisks once they come out. But Arnc has actually gotten a large number of Mutas there, and actually we're not going to see Hydras, we're going to see Lurkers. That's actually a smart strategy also, given how much gas Arnc is going to be producing very soon. But meanwhile, a timing push coming here from Jangbi. Jangbi's going to try to catch Arnc off guard before he can get those Lurkers up. But once the Lurkers are up, I think Arnc will be fine. Jangbi does not have Observers yet, I believe. And Jangbi, meanwhile, using this opportunity to pick up another expansion there at the right side. Oh, Arnc running his Mutas over some Archons, and he needs to be real careful with those Mutas. Also, just melt against those Archons and Corsairs. It looks like he's going to go for the attack on the right side here. I don't think he's going to be able to do much damage, though, without the Observer. Jangbi can just... well, Jangbi really can't do much here, but it looks like he's actually going to persist in this attack, despite there being just 1 Lurker, 2 Lurkers there, actually. And we'll see if he decides to do some kind of splash trick to try to kill these Lurkers off. Of course, he has no detection. Meanwhile, using this opportunity, this distraction to go in and kill some drones. Oh, this is really bad for Arnc. Arnc's lost, looks like 4 more drones there in his main base. 5 drones, 6 drones, 7 drones. Well, looks like not a 7th drone, but certainly that DT is quite manly. It's gotten a lot of kills there, and that's the problem with allowing that DT to stay in your base. You really just... Oh, that DT is still alive. It's so pesky. And why has Yellow Arnc not gotten his speed upgrade yet is my question. He's got Mutas and Lurkers, but no speed for his Overlords. That is just something rather careless, I feel. I mean, honestly, there's no real strategic importance or, you know, there's no good justification for this, basically, is my point. You really need to get that speed upgrade and allow yourself to get map control back. Meanwhile, though, he's going for an attack on the base here on the right side. He might be able to pick off the Nexus. Looks like it was either picked off or forced to cancel. I think it was forced to cancel. That is actually a really good move, though. Jangbi's still on 2 bases, so Arnc has lost a number of drones, but certainly by forcing the canceling on that Nexus, he's fought his way back, I think, to pretty much even here. Jangbi is going to be forced to rebuild that, and meanwhile, though, Jangbi does have a large army here. He's going to have Observers out pretty soon. So this is the problem with the Turtle Zerg here. He really has to be able to have map control, and I'm just still surprised his Overlords aren't speed upgraded. He can't attack the middle because DTs will just take him apart there. He has to keep these slow Overlords around each of his bases, and that's a problem because he's not going to be able to block this main force with the main force of his own. He has to just keep defending and defending, and looks like these Archons are going to try to kill off that egg. Looks like these Lurker eggs will survive, though. Jangbi just has map control entirely, though, and there is a Observer there also just to protect against future Lurker raids, but those Lurkers are still causing splash damage here, forcing Jangbi back still. And Jangbi looks like he's still got those Corsairs. Looks like the Corsairs will actually go down. Arnc, meanwhile, at 5 Mutas here. Really, I feel if Arnc needed to do this, wanted to do this kind of fast expand build, he should have he should have expanded it earlier and gotten more basic units. I would really refer him back to that game Jaedong played against Free. Unfortunately, Jaedong did lose that game, the 3rd game on Athena too, but I think that was due to late game problems. But he entered the late game with 5 well-secured bases. Free was barely at his 3rd base. It was mainly because he produced lots of early tier units, low tier units, and just contained him hard and also got that speed. Didn't allow this kind of raiding attacks to occur. occur, and got a lot more Sunkens also, actually, along with mobile forces. He just didn't go for these mutas, but he did eventually go for Guardians, which was pretty stupid. But anyway, though, we're seeing once again another attack coming from Jangbi on the right side. Possibly, he's going to move in with these manlots here, or these zealots actually. I can't call them manlots yet, they haven't done that much. Meanwhile, Lurker in the back of this right side base, he should really burrow if he wants to do anything though, because there's cannons morphing all around there. There's a shot of yellow Arnc, looking quite intense here, and he's going to get these Hydralisks stormed and surrounded. Not a good position. Wow, nice Jangbi storms here. Jangbi famous for his storms against Terran, also quite good though against Zerg, just the same. Those clump of 4 Lurkers are perfect storm bait, but looks like he doesn't have any more storms left. And just tearing apart this army here. This game could be over pretty quickly, actually. He's got everything he needs. He's got that large Dragoon force to deal with Lurkers. He's got Observers. He's got everything he needs, really. And really, if Jangbi can't, if Arnc can't fight off this force, it's going to be over for him. He's sending out drones to fight and Zerglings. Wow, just, there's nothing really left for him to do at this point. It's going to be really hard. I mean, okay, so all the Zealots are dead, so actually Jangbi won't be able to end this game right now, but certainly he's taken out all those expensive Lurkers. He's taken out all the Mutalisks, so it's a really, a resource-heavy blow towards Arnc. And Arnc, he has 4 bases, but still he's been harassed this entire game. His economy is probably just barely on par here with Jangbi's, now that Jangbi's gotten his 3rd up. And he's going to be under attack here once again at that vulnerable location at 2 o'clock. He's going to need to try to get a surround here. I'm not sure what the upgrades are, actually. I haven't been paying attention, or they haven't clicked on it. It looks like +2 actually up for Jangbi. +2 attack and +1 armor, I believe, and only +1 carapace, I think. Actually, I'm not sure exactly what it is. I'm using a low-quality video here to play, so I think it's +1 armor only for the Zerg player. And wow, this expansion is going to go down here on the right side. It is so hard to deal with a large group of Dragoons there. A large enough group like this. All those Dragoons are just so powerful against Lurkers and Hydralisks. He really needs more Zerglings, actually, to be able to deal with these goons, but that base is going to go down, and like toppling dominoes, the upper right base might go down also. And I don't see how Arnc can come back if both of these bases are surrendered at this point. He's got 1 Lurker being annoying at that right side base. Actually, good position there, but it really doesn't matter. Jangbi is going to stomp over this expansion. And GG coming from yellow Arnc. So the first game going towards Jangbi rather comfortably. I didn't really like Arnc's opening build very much, to be honest. I really didn't like the fact he didn't double expand, and then he went for this kind of strange hybrid of... Because, when you go for the 5-hatch Hydralisks with Scourge, you really don't want to build Mutalisks. What you want to build are lots of Hydras and put on early pressure. Meanwhile, Scourge those Overlords and go on the aggressive side of things and try to hold your expansions that way. But he didn't get the Overlord speed until I don't even know when. He just didn't get Overlord speed this game, and that was partially his undoing also, losing so many drones. Jangbi playing really well. Anyway, it's going to be tough for yellow Arnc, I feel. Game 2 is on Byzantium. We'll see if he manages to get the first win for Zerg so far on that map. Stay tuned.